The race for New York City's top job has reached fever pitch. With just days to go before the vote, three candidates, Zohran Mamdani, Cuomo, and Curtis Sliwa, faced off in a fiery final debate at LaGuardia Community College. From affordability and experience to Trump and Gaza, this was a showdown that reflected not just New York but the state of American politics today. Leading the polls is Democratic Socialist Zohran Mamdani, a 34-year-old lawmaker whose campaign has upended expectations after a surprise primary win in June. Mamdani has built momentum around an agenda of affordability, free buses, rent freezes, and universal childcare financed by higher taxes on the wealthy. His opponents, though, call his promises unrealistic. Former Governor Cuomo, once one of the most powerful figures in the U.S. politics, warned voters against big talk without delivery.
There's no reason to believe you have any merit or qualification for 8.5 million lives. You don't know how to run a government, you don't know how to handle an emergency, and you've literally never proposed a bill on anything that you're now talking about in your campaign. You had the worst attendance record in the assembly, and you gave yourselves the highest raise in the United States of America. You went from $110,000 to $140,000, and then you never showed up for work and you missed 80% of the votes. Shame on you. Shame on you.
And Republican candidate Curtis Sliwa mocked both rivals, saying Mamdani's resume could fit on a cocktail napkin while Cuomo's failures could fill a library.
I heard the both of them again fighting like kids in the schoolyard. Zohran, your resume could fit on a cocktail napkin, and Andrew, your failures could fill a public school library in New York City. Okay.
The debate's early exchanges underscored the main divide. Cuomo arguing experience, Mamdani promising change.
My main opponent has no new ideas. He has no new plan. It's Bill de Blasio rehash, and we know how that turned out. He's never run anything, managed anything. He's never had a real job. I will hire 5,000 new police, build 500,000 new units. I will cut taxes. I will grow jobs, and I will end this hate-mongering and division that is tearing this city apart, because that's not who we are as New Yorkers. You know I can make change. You know I can make government work. I've done it before. I'll be ready on day one.
But Mamdani shot back, accusing Cuomo of being a man desperate to hold on to power.
Andrew Cuomo will spend much of tonight attacking me. He is a desperate man, lashing out because he knows that the one thing he's always cared about, power, is now slipping away from him. He will amplify right-wing talking points, he will share conspiracy theories, and he will do these things to make you feel that this should keep you up at night.
For many voters, it's become a choice between the past and the future. Even though he's not on the ballot, Donald Trump loomed large. Hours before the debate, federal immigration agents raided Manhattan Chinatown, a move critics called practically motivated. Trump has already threatened to deploy the National Guard and cut federal funding if Mamdani wins, calling him dangerous for New York.
It's a great question. It's a little like New York. You know, we're reading in Argentina about New York. We have a problem. We have a communist who's 33 years old, doesn't know a damn thing. Practically, he's never worked a day in his life. And he sort of caught on, right? And I'm not going to send a lot of money to New York. I don't have to. You know, the money comes all through the White House. And if they're going to be sending us stupid policies, I mean, communist policies, which is proven for thousands of years doesn't work. You know, we don't have to prove it again. We're not going to ruin one of our great cities, because we'll make that great. We will clean up the crime in about 30 days. Took 12 days to do Washington, D.C.
Cuomo seized on that, claiming Trump will take over New York if Mamdani is elected.
That's not what Donald Trump said. Donald Trump does an analysis of the race. Donald Trump, I believe, wants Mamdani. That is his dream, because he will use him politically all across the country, and he will take over New York City. Make no mistake. It will be President Trump and Mayor Trump, and he will come in and take over the city. I have no doubt.
Mamdani hit back, calling Cuomo Trump's puppet and accusing him of quoting the same donors. It was one of the most charged moments of the night.
We first just heard from the Republican candidate for mayor, and then we heard from Donald Trump's puppet himself, Andrew Cuomo. You could turn on TV any day of the week, and you will hear Donald Trump share that his pick for mayor is Andrew Cuomo. And he wants Andrew Cuomo to be the mayor, not because it will be good for New Yorkers, but because it will be good for him.
The issue of Gaza and Mamdani's outspoken support for Palestinian rights once again took a center stage. Cuomo accused him of fueling anti-Semitism, while Sliwa went further, falsely claiming Mamdani backed global jihad.
Not everything is a TikTok video. You're the savior of the Jewish people. You won't denounce, globalize the Intifada, which means kill Jews. There's unprecedented fear in New York. It was not several rabbis, Errol. It was 650 rabbis who signed the letter, not several.
Well, let me speak on behalf of my two sons. When they've heard some of the statements you've made, like in support of global jihad, and I hear some people out there saying the Jews, their time is due, which means the same thing. They're frightened, they're scared. They view you as the arsonist who fanned the flames of anti-Semitism. They cannot suddenly accept the fact that you're coming in like a firefighter and you're going to put out these flames. You've got a lot of explaining to do, a lot of apologizing to do. My sons are afraid. Their family, their friends, many in the Jewish community are concerned if you become mayor because they don't think when anti-Semitism rears its ugly head, which it's now doing more than ever before, that you will have the ability to come in and put out those flames of hate.
The Democratic nominee firmly denied it, saying such attacks stemmed from him being the city's first Muslim frontrunner.
There is room for disagreement on many positions and many policies, but I also want to correct the record. I have never, not once, spoken in support of global jihad. That is not something that I have said, and that continues to be ascribed to me, and frankly, I think much of it has to do with the fact that I am the first Muslim candidate to be on the precipice of winning this election.
And for Andrew Cuomo, the past was impossible to escape. He faced tough questions about the sexual misconduct allegation that forced him out as a governor in 2021. Investigators had found he harassed multiple women, claims he continues to deny. In a dramatic moment, Mamdani revealed one of Cuomo's accusers. Charlotte Bennett was in the audience.
Mr. Cuomo, in 2021, 13 different women who worked in your administration credibly accused you of sexual harassment. Since then, you have spent more than $20 million in taxpayer funds to defend yourself, all while describing these allegations as entirely political. You have even gone so far as to legally go after these women. One of those women, Charlotte Bennett, is here in the audience this evening. You sought to access her private gynecological records. She cannot speak up for herself because you lodged a defamation case against her. I, however, can speak. What do you say to the 13 women that you sexually harassed?
Cuomo insisted that the cases had been legally closed, but the exchange underscored why his comeback has been so controversial.
There were allegations of sexual harassment. They were then went to 5 district attorneys, fully litigated for 4 years. The cases were dropped, right? You know that as a fact. So everything you just said was a misstatement, which we're accustomed to from you.
Everything that I stated was a misstatement?
Yes, because the cases were dropped. That's what happened.
As New York heads to the polls on November 4, the choices before voters is clear: continuity or charge, experience or vision. But with national politics, Gaza and sexual misconduct scandals all in the mix, this mayoral race has become much more than a local context. It's a reflection of America's broader divides, all playing out in one city that, as ever, sets the tone for the world.